Good morning or good evening, and welcome to the Rising Star Ventures radio station. And today, I'm pleased and honored to welcome Daniel Turner from Australia, again an Australian artist. And we're going to talk about the latest single, Someone I Never Had, by Daniel. Daniel, good evening for you, and welcome to the Rising Star Ventures radio station. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. How are you?
Very cool. And, that's always a great pleasure and a great honor to interview artists, and especially when they are on the opposite side of the planet.
You're doing a really good job.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And you all artists are deserving well this, what we're going to do for you, because you're singing, you're always surrounding the Rising Star Ventures, and I really appreciate it. So what about the new single? Very emotional.
Yes. It is a very emotional track. It's probably the most personal track from my debut album, A Heart Without a Home.
What?
Yeah, I wrote the track as a letter to my estranged father when I was 12 years old, I think it was. And then going through the writing process for the album, I came across the letter in an old lyric book that I had sitting around. And it was sort of the last song that I wrote for the album. And I was just like, it just felt, reading through the letter, it felt like it fit exactly what I wanted the closing track for the album to be. Like, I don't know, to me, it's just an anthem for all the kids out there that never grew up with a mother or a father by their side, but had to sit back and watch their mother and their father have another family, but you're never included in that family. So that's where the song comes from originally.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And that was when you sent me yesterday the track, when I watched the video you recorded. That was very, very emotional, and tears come by themselves. That was terrible. That's a wonderful song. Now on rotation on TRSV radio station, of course.
Thank you.
What's your actuality now? Because we see Daniel around Facebook, around Twitter, Instagram, and what next? Any tour? Any festival? What next? Tell us.
Well, this is the last single from my debut album, so I'm sort of going through a bit of a transition. I'm going through a name change. I'm going through a completely different side of music. Like, I'm stripping things back a little bit more and going for more like acoustic, laid back, more indie than the commercial stuff that I've originally done. But yeah, just the writing process for the next album is, well, I've already written, I think, 8 tracks so far. So it's just basically that's what I'm planning on doing for the next few months into 2018, and hopefully have something out in January 2018 that's new and fresh and a different. It's sort of like, how Beyonce has her Sasha Fierce and Sia. Like, Sia was like a global star, like her face was shown and stuff like that. I'm sort of going for something like that, something a bit more cut back, so I can separate from a personal life to the person that I am on stage and behind a microphone.
What was the deep meaning of your art in general? What you want to express with your music? Because as you said, there's some different genre, in fact, and the new single is totally at the opposite of the previous song. So what is the deep meaning of this, and why you are an artist now?
I've always been I don't have a set genre, and I've always just been very open to trying new things. I think as an artist that is one thing that you can kind of play with a little bit, and in discovering who you are and what your sound is. So with that album, I kind of just wanted my first album to venture out into different genres. Like there's a lot of like commercial pop, there's a lot of commercial pop on the album, there's chilled out, there's, you know, a little bit of rock pop, there's a little bit of reggae sort of stuff. Like I just wanted to really explore. I feel like with the first album, you kind of have to do that. I didn't want to fit into one certain pocket.
That's really interesting because I'm interviewing some artists, you know, from United States, from Australia, because it's too big demographic on the Rising Star Ventures. That's very strange because there's a constant thinking about this is first to express something, of course, but we see the mutation by the time is flying, and the artist is starting with some exactly as you express it, with some commercial and express deeply and deeper and deeper and deeper his own internal feeling and even to fly for something, and that's really interesting on this.
Yeah. I just think as an artist, you don't want to be a one-trick pony. I like the fact that I had the freedom with my first album to explore and just, like, because every track on the album I wrote myself. Like, I didn't have anybody put hand in to write. Like, I kind of wanted to, I don't know, I think with my stuff, I'm a storyteller. And that's always been my aim, is to let people into my life through my music.
Yeah.
So that's just always been the main thing for me, is that, I mean, I'm very vocal on social media. Like, I don't hold back with sharing stuff that goes on in my life. Like, I noticed, like, a few of my other artist friends, they only really share positive experiences. But I kind of feel with my audience, I like them to see that there are days that I do struggle, and there are days that I don't have a yes every 5 seconds, or I don't get 5,000 views on a video in a week. Like, there's always going to be ups and downs. I don't think that they should just be seeing the positive side of what's going on in your career. So I like to, that's the same with when I'm writing music. Like, I'm not going to sit here and write about how wonderful life is or how wonderful it is to be broken up with someone when that's not how I was feeling at the time I'd written the song. So I'm just very in real life and with my music. I think that, I don't know, you kind of got to be. If you want people to adapt to you, you've got to be open, and I like to be open with my audience.
That's interesting because you said two very strong words, according to me. Two words extremely important: freedom and storytelling. And that's exactly this. And I hope 99.9% of the artists around the world will understand the freedom of telling a storytelling, you know, of being a storyteller. And that's really important, according to me, that you can express exactly what you want because you do it with your heart, with your belly, and that's all the strength of your music, of your art is into this, according to me.
Yeah.
Daniel, we have a tradition on the Rising Star Ventures is to, at the end of the interview, is to ask this question to the artist: is what could be the strong message you want to deliver both to your audience and to a young artist starting in the music industry?
To my audience, I just wanted to say to them that I couldn't be any more thankful if I tried. I honestly feel blessed to have the people following me that I do. Like, half the time, you know, you see people saying thank you, and sometimes it feels a little bit disingenuous, but if it wasn't for the people that are supporting my music, I wouldn't be waking up every day and doing what I do and getting out there and releasing new music and writing new music. It's those people that I call them like my heartbeat, because they kind of are my heartbeat. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be doing what I love. So just a really big thank you to them. And for other inspiring artists, I'd say that if you have a dream, only you can chase that dream. And if you want it bad enough, you can get it. And don't give up. Don't give up after the first no. I've been told no countless amounts of time. And, you know, you just got to turn that no into fire. You've got to make that no the fire that's in your belly. And just get out there and give it a go, because only you can do it. Nobody else is going to do it for you.
Yeah, you.
And to stick to it. And anything that's worth it doesn't come easy. So anything worth it is not going to be handed to you. You've got to work, and you've got to put in the passion. Because without the passion and the work, you're still going to be sitting there as a bedroom singer, really. I mean, some people are okay with that, but that was never for me. Like, I still sing in my bedroom, obviously. I think we all do at the end of the day. But if you want something, you've got to go out there. Like, the sky's the limit. And
Exactly. But, yeah, I can't agree more, you know, and that was the one of my two main mottos around here, because that's the dream big, and as we said, the U.S. Naval Academy, don't give up the ship.
yeah.
Yeah. And then you can succeed this way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If,
I'm
if
sure
you
about
want it, like if you want it and it's the last thing you think about and the first thing you think about, then go get it. Seriously, like, nothing should stop you from chasing a dream.
We have on TRSV rotation a French songwriter, singer too, Anna Joffo, and one of her songs is Mes rêves en péril, literally translated, they don't put my dreams in danger. And she's talking about this, exactly what you're saying. Say, forget about telling me I will not succeed. Forget about telling me I'm not down for this. Forget about telling me I have a dream. I will go through it.
Yeah. There's
Yeah,
always
that's
going to be, like, there's always going to be someone that's going to tell you you can't. You've just got to show people that you can.
Absolutely. I fully agree with this. I fully agree, despite of all noise around you telling you everything you say. Yeah, I go straight. I have a goal. I will succeed and achieve it.
Yeah.
Daniel,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for being around and trusting the Rising Star Ventures too. I wish you all the best, and we're going to talk soon. So stay tuned on the Rising Star Ventures radio station. 24/7 music and only music. You can find the Daniel's interview on all websites, on all social media, and for sure on TRSV radio station, the audio track very, very soon. Daniel, have a very nice evening and night. So thank you again, and we're going to talk soon, and we're constantly in touch.
You too. Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, Daniel.